Thank you guys for the warm welcome, and thank you, Professor, for inviting me to participate in the seminar today. Like you said, we were all like basically raised on these mats, and so I thought today I'm going to show a move that is something that I actually drilled here a lot, and I perfected here, and even after actually the past couple of years that I've been teaching a lot more, I've added a few details. So I wanted to share this technique and help you guys catch on to it too, okay? Okay, so this technique, I'm sure we both remember to have done this many times. I'm just kidding. Both stuff. All right, so just for open guard here, okay, I'm just gonna do a quick hip escape and throw in the lasso hook. Just speaking about the lasso real quick. Just throwing in our lasso here. Let's make sure you get your foot nice and deep, because sometimes I see people using the lasso, and as your person moves, it doesn't really affect both here. But if I put it nice and deep and pull the hand behind the knee nice and tight, as I move, he's gonna move too. And this is what I wanna feel, that connection. So I wanna be nice and tight. One thing you can do to test this position is make sure you cannot see your heel anymore. So my heel is gonna disappear behind him, okay? Nice and high on his shoulder blade, okay? A lot of people when playing lasso, they got all kinds of sweeps here and stuff like that. One thing you really gotta watch out for is not neglecting this side, because this arm could cause a lot of trouble for me, especially if he gets this arm around my head, okay? And maybe breaks his hip to the side here. This could be a problem for me, okay? So one thing I really gotta watch out for is blocking this hand and making sure as I start to work here, I'm not letting this hand get any connection to my upper body. Okay, so I'm keeping this wrist. This foot, I start making some space, and I usually start to just push his hand in. At this point, sometimes a lot of guys will try and pass. They start to think about passing the guard, and they see an opportunity, okay? One thing that I want to make sure to do too, this is something that I've added in the past year or so, is guys will try to put their head on my shoulder and smash me here, right? Put your head there. Yeah. So he's trying to pass here, you see? It makes it a little bit harder for me now. So back up here. So what I'm going to do is make his life a little bit more uncomfortable, just putting my elbow up here. So now when he tries to smash him heavy, look, I just keep my elbow right in his face. A little bit irritating for him, but I don't let him get too close. Then from here, quick movement through, and we have a nice Omoplata entry. Okay, and I'll talk about the finish as well. Okay, so once again, so we're here, hip escape, get that angle nice and deep. Okay, create this foot here so I can start to move. Look, I'm gonna be generous with my space. If I don't have too much space here, I try to go. I'm not giving myself enough space to spin. So I'm gonna back up, okay? Give myself plenty of space. Again, I could go from here, or if he starts trying to pass, that actually is gonna help me because he's coming halfway for me, right? But keep my elbow up because I don't want his head to be heavy on my chest. And keep holding this arm, okay? So elbow sticks up, and big detail here is this foot on the floor. How do we put this foot on the floor? The foot cannot be flat, okay? Because if your foot is flat, your back is gonna be flat. My foot has to be toes on the floor, and my hips up, my shoulder down, okay? That way I have less surface area, so I'm not trying to spin here using my arm, okay? I'm trying to spin just like as if I was gonna do a sideways roll, okay? With that foot on the floor is helping me get there. All right. So your toes go on the floor, hips go up, heel is off the floor. I spin, lock it up, and as I get up here, Wolf's strong guy. He's probably gonna give me some resistance here, but I'm gonna bring him sideways. Okay. So instead of trying to go straight forward where he's strong and try to sit up here, I'm gonna use my inner leg to bring him to the side and give him a hug. Okay. So I was thinking laterally. Okay. Once you get here, start to move sideways a little bit. I'm in a position now where I'm pretty good, where I can start to try to get up. Looks kind of tight here. Yeah. I can start to get up, but if you look at my position, I'm not in a really great position to finish yet. Okay, as you can think, Wolf's probably gonna posture right here, right? And there's not much I can do about that. So what I like to do is actually maybe work against your natural instincts. I'm gonna loosen the arm a little bit, so now I can be a little bit heavier here. Okay, now if Wolf tries to posture up, I can put a lot more resistance because of my position. That's nice. Okay, so here we are, my elbow is up, I'm spinning through, okay? I'm bringing him a little bit sideways as I give him a hug here. Coming back a little bit. If he flattens out, great. But if he's still on his knees, okay? I want you guys to look at the position of like my knee and my shin right now. This is where I think a lot of people end up losing omoplata, you know? Because when they try to think about coming up, down postures, and I can't stop them, right? So, think about this. As I loosen the arm, I can move a little bit sideways. You can stay on your knees. But my shin gets closer to the mat, my knee gets closer to the mat, okay? If the guy's arm is very deep, especially for like guys with big arms, look, his arm's very deep now, so I can't really get my knee very low. That's about as much as I can do. I need to get a little bit looser. And now look, if Drum tries to posture, he's gonna have a much harder time. I can come more forward. My knee's closer to the mat. Put my weight on top of him and slowly come in that diagonal direction. Nice. Okay, don't bridge here. Act like you wanna like go for a roll, like coming forward. So this move I've probably drilled at least 2,000 times on these mats right here. I've perfected a lot with the whole team. And I use this like one of my best moves in tournaments. So. But the little details are important, you know, because a lot of people I notice kind of lack the mobility to do this. So one thing you can practice if you're not so familiar with this is just like that sideways roll with your foot on the floor here. You know? If you can do this, then you should be able to do the technique. Okay, foot on the floor, spin, and let it go. You end up here with body control right away. Again, move back a little bit, loosen the arm if you need to, and come forward for your finish.
All right, guys, let's do it. Grab a partner. Thanks, Clark. All right, shoot the whole mat.